Okay, problem set 3. To which family of functions does the graph at the right belong? Now, we've only talked about 2 family of functions up to this point. We've talked about linears, and we've talked about quadratic. Now, this one is very obviously not a line. So, if it's not a line, well, it can't be linear, so it has to be a quadratic. Remember, quadratic is anything that has an x squared in it or anything that makes a parabola on the graph. Now, what is the vertex of the graph? Well, vertex, again, is going to be that peak or valley, that maximum, which right there looks like happens at 0, 1. Now, what is the y-intercept of the graph? Well, that's the place that it crosses the y-axis, and it looks like the vertex is the y-intercept. So once again, we have 0, 1. What is the equation of the axis of symmetry? Remember, the axis of symmetry is the vertical line that goes straight through the vertex. Vertical lines always have an equation of x equals. And then we can just pull the x-coordinate off the vertex. So this goes through 0, so it's x equals 0. Now, what are the zeros of this graph? Now, remember that zeros is just another code name for x-intercepts. Where does it cross the axis? Well, it looks like it crosses at -1, 0, right there, as well as 1, 0. Now, what is the domain of this function? Well, if I'm talking about a situation, I have to restrict the domain. However, this is not a situation. This is just a straight graph. In that case, when we're talking about graphs with no situations, it will always be all real numbers, which we can abbreviate using that italicized or double barrel R. Now, range. Range, we're still going to write the exact same way. I'm going to do this one in pencil because I'm going to need to erase in just a minute. Let's go with less than or equal to y less than or equal to. We still start with the sandwich. Now, I'll start looking at my y's, and I want to see what is my largest y value. Well, here my largest y value is right there at 1. Now I go down and look at what's my smallest y value. And this guy keeps on going on forever, so there's not ever going to be a smallest y. It can keep on going on and on forever. Since there's not a smallest y value, I just go ahead and erase out the left-hand part of my sandwich, and I'm left with y is less than or equal to 1.